Now let's understand about locators in Playwright. There are a lot of options. There are a lot of options, but we will see very simple one today, and we'll understand if you have any question related to how you do it in Selenium or different options we have. So again, um, understand the code first, um, and then you can copy paste. I'll give this command. Don't worry. So here, if you see, first thing we are writing const Chromium Firefox WebKit. So if you have different browser engine, you can get it through Playwright. Okay. So there are two ways to get the libraries. One is anything you can use. Either you can use import or either you can use const. Require. But when you use require, generally you put the left hand side assignee variable also, right? So from there we want to get Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit, and optional if you want to do it. If you are providing a channel, right, then it is useful. Otherwise, it's not. So I'll explain one by one all the lines. Second thing is I'm saying, hey, from the Playwright test, get all these things, import all these things. What are the things? Browser, page, test, expect, locator, and all. I think this expect, it is showing me in faded way because I am not using it in my test case. Once you use it, it will become highlighted. Anyways, we are learning something new today. So the thing is, earlier we were having just test and expect. Because browser and page context are coming automatically when you write the test case, when you start writing your test case, correct? Like here in our previous example, we didn't import browser, page, expect all those things because once you start with the async page and you start writing here, you already have a page context, right? But there are some cases where you want to create the page context on your own in your test case, correct? So for that purpose, we are getting the browser as well as page and all those things. Then there is one more thing which you can import is channel from diagnostic channel. So there is another library, diagnostic channel. From there you can get. Now let's see this test case. You are simply writing test, then saying this is my test case, login with valid credential. And you can just say async. You don't have to pass anything. Just say async arrow function. And this is all your test code. Okay. Till that line to the last line is your test code. Okay. Now, here, if you see, just see this. This is the main code. Don't worry about the left hand side as of now. Just the right hand side is the real code. If you want to work with Chrome only, right? So you can say await chromium.launch and then parameter, optional parameter. See here, if you will say Chromium is engine. In fact, the Edge browser also uses Chromium engine. Okay. So let's understand when you say chromium.launch, then you can say whether you want to work with headless mode or not. So headless false if you'll provide, it will run in UI mode. It will not run on headless mode. But if you will not provide by default, it works with the headless. So you will not be able to see what is happening. Comma channel Chrome. If you have provide the channel, it will run on Chrome browser now. It's like this. So you did it. So launch is a function. Launch is a function which will give you a browser. Okay. So in JavaScript, how you declare the variable? TypeScript. If you want to say, let's say, let P is equals to string, right? Let's say name is a string. So you write it like this. Okay. Is it clear? In TypeScript, you have to provide type also. In Java, how you write it, the same thing. If in Java you do it, you will say string name is equals to hi in Java programming. But in TypeScript, you do the same thing like this. You say let name colon, then so you declare the variable first, and then you say this is the data type of this variable and this is the value. Correct. So here we are doing the same thing. We are saying, hey, let's make a const browser. So this name can be anything. We have given this name. You can give B1, B2, B3, whatever you want to give, or anything XYZ. This is the data type, and you're storing it in this variable. This launched Chromium. So this will launch, let's say, Chrome. Then you are saying that, hey, from that, now the browser is decided, create a new page. So it's like creating a new tab, right? Opening a tab. It's like this. So opening the tab and then assign it to page. So these are all page, page uh, object, you can say, which is provided by Playwright itself. So we are having it in, let's say, small pag. You can give any name to this again. Now you can say, now the code, further code is like same, right? These two lines only I wanted to tell you that you can choose a particular browser channel at the runtime. You can open multiple pages also by saying browser.new page. I'll show you one more example. You will be clear about this particular syntax. Now the code is same. I'm doing page.go to bstackdemo.com. So there is a website. Let's open this bstackdemo.com. I was delivering some session for the browser stack meetup in Pune. There I was showing this example. So that's why the same example I am showing you here. Bstackdemo.com. Now this particular code is optional, which I have put at 12th line is you want to set the default timeout 10,000 seconds. So let's say if your application is slow, it takes time on some action. So at the runtime also, like when you're writing this code, you can change it, the default timeout. Okay. By default, it is 5 seconds for the page act, different actions, but you can change it. You can make it this 10,000 millisecond or 10 seconds. It is actually optional, not required. But if you want to do it, this is the way. Now, um, let's say you want to check whether favorite is visible or not. So let's inspect it. Open this website, bstack demo.com. It's a simple e-commerce kind of website. So here, if you see, I want to check whether this favorite is available or not, visible or not in my home page here. So for this, we are writing page.locator text is equals to favorite. So in Playwright, you can find the element by its text also. No matter whether it is a link, it's a button, anything. So any element, if you want to find out through its text. So for example, if I want to find out Galaxy S9, this particular element, just this one, through the text, you can find it by writing text is equals to Galaxy S9, but it should be unique. Otherwise, it will, you know, it will be problematic. As of now, I am finding this element through its text by writing page.locator text is equals to favorite. Now this locator I want to save somewhere. I don't want to do anything with this. I don't want to click on this. I don't want to do anything with that. I'm just saving it. So I'm saying, uh, let me give a better name to this. It's not text is equals to favorite. Let me change it. So it's favorite link. It's a favorite link. And I'm checking whether this favorite link is present. So I'm, hold on, this favorite link. No, no, I will print this. Fine. Okay, so what we are doing here? Here is the locator, and then we are saving it in a variable. We have given it const. So const this, what is the data type? Data type is locator. Just saving that locator. Now you can do different functions. Is visible is one of the functions. So I want to check await this is. So there are a lot of function. Is checked will check whether it is checked like checkbox. Is disabled will check whether it is disabled in the web page like faded. Is editable will check whether the option whatever it is this element is editable or not, enabled, hidden, visible. I am checking whether it is visible. It's a function. Is visible will give you true or false. So I am saving it in this variable. I don't have to say it's a boolean automatically. It will become boolean. You can give like colon boolean. It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. You can give. Here it was important because I don't want to store it as a random thing. It's a locator, so I want to store it as a locator data type only. It's like this. Fine. So I am checking it's visible. It will print true or false if it is visible or not. Next thing, if you want to find any element by ID, let's say this particular sign in button, this one, let's inspect it. And if you have ID, let's say the ID of this is sign in. And if it is unique, then what you can do is you can write page.locator ID is equals to sign in. Okay. In um, Playwright, you can write in this way. It's perfectly fine. Again, storing it in sign in button and I'm clicking it. Delay. This is a new thing to learn. If you want to, you know, delay the execution by 3 seconds. So it will wait for 3 seconds and then it will click on this sign in button. Okay, possible. Now after that, let's say sign in button is clicked. I want to click on login button. There is one more login button here. So if I'll inspect it and I know the ID is login button, type is equals to submit, it is a button. Now I can say if I want to use CSS selector, I can say, okay, it's a button and its ID is login button. So button hash login button. Hash is the shortcut for ID. So you can write any CSS selector expression here. This is one of the example only I'm showing you. Storing it in the login button and then just running it. It's like this. Fine. Now, what is the problem is when you execute it for learning purpose or debugging purpose, it will close automatically once it will reach to this 25th line. So if you don't want to close it, just add this line. This is like promise for an infinite time. So this line will wait for, you know, the promise to be resolved. So it will wait for infinite time. It's not a good idea to put it just for as of now to execute it. I'm keeping it so that we will be on the same page when we will execute at the end. We'll stay there. It's like this. So let's execute this particular test. I am giving you the code and let me know if it is working at your end. It should work because it's a very clean code which is working at my end. So it should work at your end also. Locator demo I want to execute, right? So let's open terminal again and run it. npx playwright test. What test you want to run? You want to run locator demo. So you'll say locators demo dot spec dot ts, because I want to execute only this test case. So I will say only run this, and hyphen hyphen headed you don't have to say, because in the test case level itself we are saying run it in headless false. So you don't have to say hyphen hyphen headed. Let me run this. Let's see. Yeah, it's running. It should open Chrome. Yes. It should click on sign in. Yes, it did. Then it has clicked on login also. It will be very fast, and it's showing invalid user because we have not provided user ID password. Now let's go to here. See here, it's printing me true. Why it is printing me true? Because of this line. We said that, whether this favorite link is present or not, printed and all. Fine. Okay. Let me close everything. So this is about Locator, but there are a lot of other things to learn on the Locator site for the Playwright. So go to their official website and search for Locators. Locators. You will get it that Playwright supports a lot of other things also. Like you can find an element by its label name. You can find an element by text. If you know the text, this is another way. Okay, one way which I saw you is like very traditional way of doing it. You can do it like this. Text is equals to favorite, but you have to provide locator then here. Instead of that, you can say page dot get by text. That will also work. Page by get by role. If you know but it is a button role and the name of that button is sign in, you can use it in this way by providing one more parameter. So there is one more thing uh, uh, which is get by placeholder. I was just checking. See here. Placeholder also you can use. So in any example, if you see the placeholders are generally attributes, right? Not all the website will have that thing. So for example, let's say here, I'm checking, do we have placeholders? So for example, let's go down and this policy here, right? Let's inspect it. Somewhere, let me search placeholder. Yeah, this search icon. Okay, this search text box has placeholder. See here, placeholder search. So I can find this element by that. So let's try it. So finding an element by its placeholder search. So what code I will write? Let's write that code. Even in the login page, I will have it, right? Once I will do that. No, in the home page only we have. So let me write it there. So I don't want to click on sign in button. Here I can write the code. I will say page dot locator. No, page dot uh, get by placeholder. The placeholder itself is this search dot fill, because I want to put something. I'll say iPhone. That's it. So what will happen when you say iPhone? Let me check what happens when I say iPhone. iPhone. And if I want to hit enter, it will search all the iPhone. Correct. Or if I'll search, let's say Samsung, and Then I will hit this search icon. So this will show me all the Samsung. It is not showing as of now because it's just a demo website. So don't worry about what the actual result it is showing. It is very demo thing to find the elements. So if I want to click on the search, this one is, see, a role button. Yes, you can use it. The role is button, and class contains search button. Okay, very big thing to do. It's a button where role is button. You can get it by role, but then there is no name here. There is no name for this button. Is there? Search is there, but I don't think it will find out by its name because it has some before thing here, right? So it's better to create a CSS selector of it. So copy this outer HTML, outer HTML. Let's talk about this. So this particular thing has a lot of things. I don't want all these class values. I am deleting it. I have class which contains search buttons. I'll make it single quote. So star is equals to means contains. So class, if contains a particular value, it's fine. And let me change it to button bracket one attribute. Second attribute is role. Yes, it's a button. That's it. Copy this and let's go to the code. Where is the code? Here. Okay, fill. Once it is filled, let's make it some other thing. Let's say Oppo 20. And after that, I want to say page dot locator. Here you can say, hey, I am working with CSS is equals to this. Okay. And then you can say, click it, that button, but make a delayed click just after 2 seconds, because you are putting Oppo 20 and then you want to wait for 2 seconds and then you want to do it. You will say delay 2 seconds. Done. Let's see if it is working. Let's go here, Control C, CLS, clear. Clear is the command. In Windows, it will work CLS, or PowerShell, it will work the CLS, but somewhere you have to put clear also. Okay, what is the command? We want to run locators demo, right? Okay, I'm running it. It's running. It's going here. Oppo 20, it has put search button. I don't know whether it has clicked or not. I don't know. If it will fail, it will show you. I think it has clicked, but we were not able to observe it. Correct? So you can put debug point. You can run your test code in debug mode also. Okay. Let me stop it and I'll show you that you can run your test case in debug mode also. Very new thing to learn today. Okay. So instead of that, you can say run this hyphen hyphen debug. So your test case will run in debug mode. Okay, let's see. And you can put a debug point somewhere in your test case. That's also fine. This time you will see that one inspector window is opened and it is very useful. See here, one inspector window is opened and it's saying you are at line number 11 as of now. Now here is step over. If I click here, it will open bstackdemo.com. Very good utility with the Playwright debugging thing. Now I am at line number 15. So this will check whether it is visible or not. See here it is highlighting also. In this line you are here, so it is highlighting. So this one is printing me um, whether it's true or false. So I think here you will be able to see what is happening with each step, what locators you have used. Let me maximize this. So you will be able to see everything here also. But this is a good utility if you want to run your test case in debug mode. Only thing is you should put the debug point. I have not put any debug point here. So you have to put this debug point, like break point here. Then you will be able to execute it like step over way. Okay. So there you will be able to see whether these things are done or not. Okay, I have not put await. That is the problem. Because it's a straightforward code with the page, I should put await. It's a good learning for us. We should have put await here. So let's resume it and let me close this. I don't want to run in that way. Let me close this also. Okay, done. Now let's run it again. You will be able to see in debug mode what we are doing. Clear command prompt. Let me run in command prompt. CLS npx playwright locators demo.spec.ts locators demo and hyphen hyphen debug. Okay, spelling mistake. Demo. npx playwright test. Then this. Enter. Okay, it will open one debug. See here, debug window also, where you can debug your code line by line. Next thing is I'm going there, opening the B stack. Next target is coming to this. See here, it is highlighting this search and it's showing me how you did it. Okay, then next is Oppo 20. It is highlighting that at this line, you're finding out this element through CSS selector, search button. Next is this. I clicked on it. Yes, so it has clicked. It has clicked. Though the result is not matching, like it's not showing all the Oppo phone, but it's fine. Done, done, done. I don't want to execute anything else. I will just terminate this. So I will execute till the end. You can record the flow also. Like if you click on the record, you can record the test flow. It will generate the code also for you. So there is a code gen property in Playwright. I'll show in the probably next week session. But I wanted to show locators today.